Okay, it's as emphatic as one can register a win in a T20 format. That is what Kolkata Knight Riders have done against Rajasthan Royals, winning with a huge margin of 8 wickets and 15 balls to spare. 151 is what Rajasthan Royals managed after they were put into bat, and then Kolkata cruised to win courtesy 97 not out by Quinton de Kock. What that has meant is Kolkata Knight Riders now jump to number 6 spot from the bottom of the table, and Rajasthan Royals now settle on the bottom. 2 matches, 2 losses for Rajasthan Royals. Shashwat and Siddharth with me. Shashwat, another selfless, what do you call this, 97? Selfless or not?
No, absolutely selfless, absolutely. I think really good batting from Quinton de Kock, and I think since the very beginning we knew that it's going to be Quinton de Kock's day, because the way he was timing the ball, there was a drop chance, also half chance to begin with, but after that it was just Quinton de Kock all the way. The way he was timing the ball, very clean. At no point it looked like that he overhit the ball or underhit the ball. He was always in control, and no spinner, no pacer, nobody really bothered Quinton de Kock, and he just played in full swing, and he looks very good when he plays.
I think it just goes on to show the difference in class between the two sides. You look at KKR spinners, there was obviously a lot of experience and the class also in Varun Chakravarthy and Moeen. You look at RR spinners here, Riyan Parag bowled his full quota of overs, Mahesh Theekshana, Vanendu Hasaranga, we have talked a lot about them, Theekshana and Hasaranga, but then they didn't really step up as and when it was needed for Rajasthan Royals. So I think that it's basically worrying signs for RR, because neither their batting is clicking nor bowling, and they'll really have to make those changes.
Let's talk about Quinton de Kock. Selfless? No?
Selfless.
Selfless.
Yeah,
Okay. Now that we established that,
doesn't really matter also if he gets 100 or not. He'll sleep well anyways.
he will. See, I mean, firstly, apologies to Quinton de Kock, because quite frankly, I think most of us had picked Gurbaz over Quinton de Kock when it came to our teams, primarily because Quinton does not play international cricket, and Gurbaz has been in good form, especially the last T20 World Cup. He was the highest run getter. So someone who's actively playing leagues and T20 for his country, it would have been a tough call, but I think Kolkata did the right call, went with the more, maybe not the man in rhythm, but definitely the man with reputation. They went with that, and today he played. See, it is one of the finest knocks of this IPL so far, I'd have to say that, because on a pitch where most other batters were getting, even like a Yashasvi, Jaiswal and so on and so forth, they had short stints, but our aggressive batter were at 120 odd strike rate. For a man to get 97 not out at 160 strike rate on possibly the toughest pitch that you've got in the IPL so far, I think it has to be the standout inning so far in the IPL. Hats off to Quinton de Kock. Firstly, as I said, apologies for really not trusting him, and there were reasons for that. And you're always happy to be proven wrong if the batter performs. How good was his knock was very evident from what Rahul Dravid was doing at the end of the game, putting his arm around Quinton and must be saying, "Wow, yeah, you're still got that fire, still have that touch." Even though I don't think their careers coincided, because Quinton made his debut just after Rahul Dravid had retired, but still would have seen him over the years, and possibly we're just guessing what he must be saying. So from a class act like Rahul Dravid, you could clearly see appreciation to the knock that Quinton de Kock played, and that's what I'm saying. It's the context, the condition, and even if you're opposition, you see bang knocks you've seen in this tournament so far, but to bat like Quinton today, where he, quintessential, oh wow, that rhymes, quintessential, Quinton de Kock, quintessential sensible knock. When he had the chance, when the ball was in his slot, went for the hit, and then it wasn't mindless hitting. He would hit a 6, then easily, even against a spinner, take an easy single, get on the other side. 2 loose deliveries, then he'll go for it. Whenever there was a chance, he needed to respect the bowler, he did that. So everything, all his experience coming into play, as I said, one of the best knock in the tournament so far. See, because if this knock had not come, who knows? At one point, it was looking like a tricky. I'm going at halfway stage. They needed more than they had got. Yes, the only thing that Kolkata did very well is kept wickets in hand. But you never know if, let's say, Quinton gets out and that middle order for Kolkata had failed last time. They're going in with less confidence. Who knows? The game could have been very different. So the biggest difference maker, QDK.
I think he batted really, really well, but I'll also blame the Rajasthan bowling and captaincy as well over here.
Again, you're going with what happened?
No, not today.
They are not letting him.
That day, I thought that it was the first game, and maybe.
But you know what? You finish your point, but I disagreed with you with his captaincy. You were backing him, and I was critical of his captaincy. Today you are critical. Actually, I'm going to not really support him, but there were a few things I liked about his captaincy. I'll come to that later. Go ahead first.
I feel that, see, if I'm going with a target so less, I'd want to bowl my best bowlers. I know Jofra Archer comes with that reputation. And if you're defending a low score on a wicket that's helping spinners, I do understand that whatever would happened in the last game, despite that, I would have started with Jofra Archer. But by the end of his first over, you knew what you're in for if you're giving the ball to Jofra Archer. Instantly, my plan should have been to go to Vanindu Hasranga and Theekshana. I would have started with them ideally, but because I have somebody like a Jofra Archer, started with Jofra Archer. But after the first over, I knew that the batters are having the time of their lives. If I'm giving them Jofra Archer on this wicket, I would instantly get in Theekshana and Vanindu Hasranga. I don't know what was the reason to stop Vanindu Hasranga for so long. He was your 5th bowling change. He would have been ideally starting to bowl at that point itself ahead of a Riyan Parag as well. Riyan Parag should have bowled in place of Vanindu Hasranga, and Vanindu Hasranga should have bowled up top, so that maybe that thing of not throwing a leg spinner in front of Quinton de Kock or left-handed option, I think that wasn't the right way to go about it. Riyan Parag, again, is he that good a bowler that he could have gotten rid of Quinton de Kock with his off spinners? I don't think so. So I would have thrown in straight away Vanindu Hasranga and Mahesha Theekshana, and then I think that is something that I would have hoped Rajasthan would have done.
Okay. Again, just on your point about Jofra Archer, he bowled 2 overs. I don't think it was bad. He went for 15 in his first 2 overs, so which is decent. I would have taken it. Some places he looked dangerous. See, I tell you what, why was I, and that's why I say sometimes our job as analysts is to also not always react to runs or wickets, but also look at the other aspects of the game. And whenever you're wrong, you need to correct yourself as well. We criticize, at least I remember me criticizing Riyan Parag last time, is that he came with a set plan and he was not changing with that no matter what. He was told this is what you have to do, first 2 overs this, then Theekshana will start with a new ball. Even if anything is not happening, he continues and he followed that up. Fazal Farooqi has to bowl the first over, 2 overs he'll bowl, Theekshana will bowl alongside him, first change is going to be so and so. That was his problem, and he wasn't thinking out of the plan. And if you remember our post-match show, that was a critical aspect of his captaincy. Why I will not blame Riyan Parag, the captain, today, because I thought he was proactive today. He was going out of the plan. I think that whole phase when I said that the game was really made is all down to the option that he exercised of bowling multiple spinners. I don't think he came into this game. The plan A was clearly not for him to have bowled 4 overs, but I think he did outstandingly well in his 4 overs. I don't think the plan was to bowl 1 over by Nitish Rana. I don't think the plan was not to have Tushar Deshpande early on in the game. I think the plan would have been that he's your death bowler, something like what Vijay Kumar Vishak did in the previous game. I'm sure they had that plan. That was plan A. First game he was only following plan A. What I liked is, but I'm saying today he looked at it. He saw spinners are having, creating a bit of havoc. And even though I was listening to commentators were like, when are you going to bring Jofra Archer? Game is getting close. You have to bring in a Jofra Archer. When are you going to bowl Tushar Deshpande? But see, at the end of the day, Riyan Parag was proactive and is proven right that he bowled those 4 overs himself. And that is what at least kept them in the game. Because as soon as you got a Jofra Archer, you saw that match finished in a jiffy. 2 6s, 1 4 finished. Had he got him earlier, probably Kolkata would have finished it earlier. Because see, even I was thinking that Kolkata is getting close to the game. Now you've reached a stage where you can't lose. 2 wickets down, some 40, 50 runs needed. You can't lose from there. At least now start attacking, because your first loss was so big. You need to reduce that net run rate going forward. So it was a chance for Kolkata. But that's what I'm saying. The credit to the spin bowlers that were bowling for Rajasthan, which really kept them in the hunt. So today I will give Riyan Parag. It's okay. I don't want to see the day he wins, we'll say great captain, the day he loses, bad captain. No. He's lost today. That's primarily because I think they got an under par total. We discussed that in the mid-inning. I think 170 was a thing. But I think they did a decent job to react to the situation, to react to the conditions and bowl the right overs.
I think you are basically giving him credit because he was proactive today and he reacted to situations.
Rather than following plan A, which he was doing.
I think plans would have been even better if they were executed properly.
See, you said Vanundu Hasaranga. He's been out of on a day where all spinners have made merry. He's been the most expensive spinner by a huge margin.
No, that's true. But again, I know that because he's my wicket taker, at least I'd stop Jofra Archer after 1 over itself when I know that he's bowling wide. He's not getting that much purchase from the wicket. I know that runs maybe are not going that much, but the only way I'm winning this game is by picking wickets.
Yeah.
Jofra Archer, it wasn't looking like he was going to take wickets. He was definitely containing runs, but when I have 151, I need to pick wickets on regular intervals. Otherwise, there's no chance I'm going to win this game. I would have gotten in Vanindu Hasaranga even ahead of a Riyan Parag. That trick was missed because again that same orthodox thinking that you cannot throw a leg spinner in front of a left-hand batter. That is something that I think should have been even better executed, and Riyan Parag should have been the third bowler. It should have been these 3 spinners bowling in tandem till the time their 12 overs weren't finished.
Is your best spinner on the day.
Yeah.
Should he have bowled or Vanundu Hasaranga?
All 3 should have been bowling in tandem. No Sandeep Sharma in between, no Jofra Archer in between, according to me. Because that
Jofra only started in the beginning.
But not even Sandeep
after
Sharma.
that, he didn't come in the middle.
Because that was my best chance. Ideally, if I was the captain, I would have started with these 3 spinners. Maybe Riyan Parag first over, then Mahesh Theekshana, then Vanindu Hasaranga, and rotate between these 3 till the 12 overs were done.
See, when you like a captain changing plans, at least he has to start with plan A. No, my point was that
So you're saying he's come 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, but
I'm
saying that would have been very drastic change. Starting first 5 overs are only bowled by spinners. I mean, that would have been a very massive change. What I liked is he reacted.
But
see, you go with plan A only.
Chance?
No. But see again, whenever you start, you come with a plan. No, you started with a plan. What he did last time, he started with plan A. It was not working. You realize after 3-4 overs it's not working. He said, no problem. I have been told this, or I believe in it. I'm going to continue with. He continued. Today also, the ideal thing, even if it's a low total, the ideal thing is, what is your first line of attack? Or in your mind, plan A. You go with plan A. Plan A doesn't work after 3-4 overs. Now I want to see the change of plan. Quickly do something. And I think he did. See, last match he didn't even bowl himself a single over. Yeah. Today bowls 4. So he was being proactive there. Again, conventional thinking would have been get Jofra Archer a bit quicker when the game was still close. Maybe he gets you wickets towards the second half. No. Continue with the spinner. Get Tushar Deshpande quicker because we had planned he has to bowl over number 14, 16, 18, 20th, whatever. No.
I think that's where the credit really has to go to Quinton de Kock and Ankush Raghuvanshi also. We've obviously talked a lot about Ara spinners. They bowled well, Theekshana and Riyan Parag, but they didn't really get those wickets. I think in case of Quinton de Kock and Ankush, they swept the ball very well. I was discussing this thing with Saransh, to be honest, upstairs, and that's what we saw. That
no,
was
Saransh will agree on everything because it's KKR game. So.
No, but overall, I think
I think for Saran sir, it's better not to wear the jersey. He was wearing it on the first game, they lost. So Saran sir moving ahead in the season.
Yeah, be like Shashwat. Saransh is our producer. Be like Shashwat. Bring the stuff of your team. If they lose, quietly hide it. If they win, quickly wear it.
No. He does that wasn't the case. No. Yeah, that was the right thing.
That's the right approach that Shashwat does.
No.
He carries it. If his team is done well, quickly wear it. Show everyone. Yeah.
No. That wasn't the case.
If they lose, quickly keep it hidden only.
I had that flag since the day I joined this company. Day only
but keep it hidden.
I was waiting for the right moment.
That's what the right moment is when they win.
No.
When they lose.
Should have been the final. I think if they lift the trophy there, then he should have brought the flag out.
No.
There's the moment.
No. I was waiting for the right. No, actually, I wanted to do it last year.
Right moment.
That's not happening.
Anyway, sorry, complete your
Yeah,
point.
I was just saying that, both of them actually swept the ball well, and something that RR batters did not really do well. And I think that was basically the major point of difference.
That's what I'm surprised. And I go back to that point. This was supposed to be Rajasthan's home venue.
Yeah.
Right? In your home venue, you would want the pitch to be according to what you like. And it's not Kolkata, where Ajinkya Rahane wanted a spin-friendly track, but the curator has said, no boss, I'm going to prepare the track that I will, and I'm not going to listen to the franchise. Now that's a problem that Ajinkya Rahane is facing back home. But this is whose home ground?
Rajasthan Royals.
Who's the captain of Rajasthan Royals?
Sanju is the captain. Riyan Parag is the stand-in captain. Yeah.
Who's the captain today they are playing?
Riyan Parag.
Riyan Parag.
Yeah.
So he's a local boy. The curator there is not being like curator of Eden Gardens. No, there's nothing wrong. Each team, Chennai prepares it the way Kolkata used to at one point. Now this curator is not listening to Rane as another thing. Mumbai will prepare the way they want. Everyone will. So this is Rajasthan's home venue. My point is your strength is not spin bowling, and the opposition's biggest strength is spin bowling. This opposition in KKR is asking for spin friendly track in their own home city. They're not getting. So at least when you go to Guwahati, and by the way, Guwahati is known to be a high scoring ground. Guwahati is known to be a ground where the ball swings around because of the altitude. Fast bowlers can come into play. Now you are going into this game where you seem to have a better fast bowling attack. I mean, I know Harshit is there, but the backup is a Weber Varoda, and there is then Andre Russell. Whereas you still have a Jofra, but fast bowling, come on,
He's just
120
a medium pace bowler.
Please,
Really bowl in the season.
do not digress from the point I'm making. Venki Iyer,
I'm saying it's an option.
No, he's not. I repeat, please expunge these comments from the record. I'm only talking about fast bowlers. So,
out and out.
Yeah, so they only have Harshit Rana, who I think is very good. Weber Varoda is bowling well within limitations, and he's a good bowler too. But overall, if you compare Rajasthan's fast bowling attack in Kolkata, it's better. Overall, if you compare spin of Rajasthan and Kolkata, Kolkata is better. Now you have those conditions. Why won't you get a fast bowling friendly, typical Guwahati pitch? Also, a high scoring ground probably would have suited. I know Kolkata batting lineup is good, but remember, they didn't have a good start. Rajasthan, on the other end, piled up a lot of runs in that game that they lost. So they come with that confidence. Prepare a pitch that will help you. Why have you got a pitch which is exactly to the needs of your opposition and not you? I can't understand.
I'm pretty sure that this was what the Rajasthan Royals would have wanted, because they've been training on this ground. They had the pre-season camp also, not in Savai Mansingh.
So then why is
had
this?
it here only?
Why is this pitch?
No, that's why I'm very surprised, because I'm pretty sure they had it to their likings. They had a lot of time to get it prepared as well, because they were here. The all pre-season camp was happening here.
Unless they think, no, they have a better spin attack.
Maybe that's the case.
Yeah,
That's clearly the case.
Then they all need to smell the coffee.
because when you have
You need to smell the coffee.
yeah, when you have Mahesh Theekshana and Vanendu Hasaranga in your starting 11, you would fancy your chances.
Then I think the management really needs
But this management is Indian
rehiring.
management only.
They need to change a few analysts.
Vikram Rathore, Bharat Arun and Mr. Dravid.
RD.
Bharat Arun is with...
Sorry.
Bharat Arun is KKR.
He's-
Yeah.
I just got confused for a minute.
That's why now tell me which bowling lineup is better now. You know which one.
Yeah.
Vanendu Hasaranga
That I
is
know.
in
I
Rajasthan.
got
Theekshana is
confused between
Rajasthan.
the coaches for a minute. Sorry. Bharat Arun is in KKR. Sorry. Everything is just changed.
So why did this happen then?
I think they would have fancied their chances because of the two spinners they have, quality spinners, Theekshana and...
I mean, see again, maybe they know a little bit more about cricket than us, but I'm just all of us sitting on the outside, and I'm sure so many of you were watching. If I had asked you before this game, if it's a spin friendly track, which team does it favor? I'm sure most of you would have picked KKR.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's another matter that unless they had information that for this game Naren will also be injured, he will be out, they knew in advance. Though Moeen Ali was looking dangerous on this track.
He took 2 wickets.
Yeah.
And I think
But he-
economy was about
And
5
He quit when he came to bat.
Yeah.
though.
And look at those two spinners and their performance. Moeen Ali,
Yeah.
economy of less than 6,
Six.
2 wickets. Varun Chakravarthy, even next level, economy in the 4 and 2 wickets.
Moeen Ali but equalized it in batting now. The way he batted.
Yeah.
No, but any which ways he's going to get replaced once Naren comes back. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. No, or you can actually play. I mean, I thought that you can play Moeen and
So you drop Spencer Johnson.
yeah.
Yeah.
And fast bowler
Who
will
get an
play?
Indian fast bowler?
Okay. Who are the other options? Can we look? Saransh, scroll down.
I'll tell you. See, they will have a Russell. They will have
Scroll
a
down, scroll
Weber Varora. Down. They'll have a Weber Varora. They will have
More.
By the way, they have a Ramandeep as well.
Yeah, but Ramandeep is medium paced.
But he was counting Venkatesh Iyer. Come on.
No, Venkatesh Iyer
Ramandeep
is
Singh
quicker than...
cannot be a bowling option. It's as simple as that.
No, he can be.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
can.
Ramandeep
He was
Singh is a
bowling-
replacement for Hardik Pandya.
He
People
was
are
bowling
saying.
in the emerging.
No, and he's still a genuine.
We have Venkatesh, Ramandeep plus
No, not Venkatesh,
Chetan
not
Sakaria.
Chetan Sakaria
Yeah.
you can go with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though he was not part of their original plan, I'm
Umran.
saying if you want to fit in both.
Ramandeep is a good 7th bowling option, but definitely
No,
not
he
in
can
top
be a
five.
sixth bowling option.
I don't think
he's
so.
a decent bowl.
Yes, he is. He
that
is.
I'm saying.
He is.
He's a terrific batter, no doubts
No,
about
he's
that.
a very good
but
fielder.
gun fielder.
And he's a decent bowler. He's at least a medium pacer. He touches the
if he's a
130s.
decent bowler, then why hasn't he bowled more for
I am
KKR?
surprised.
It's as simple as that.
I'm
No,
surprised.
but he's bowled for India.
No, that's because
Just one time he has finished his spell, and that was against South Africa in a dead rubber.
That's
No, no,
okay.
no.
The
Yeah.
reason they're not bowling him right now is they've only been using 5 bowlers and they've not needed it.
Okay.
But if they need it, see,
But he
it
didn't
would have
bowl.
been.
He didn't bowl too much even in the last season too.
I agree, but that does not mean that you cannot use him, na. If not, see, my point is, if they had been bowling a Venkatesh Iyer and not bowled Ramandeep, then I would say their stocks are really low. They've not even gone to their part-time. So I'm saying, if you want to strengthen your team by adding an extra spinner, in which Moeen comes in, Narine comes in, Varun Chakravarthy comes in, your batting has not suffered because Narine, Moeen both add in to that. And then if you want another fast bowling option because you're playing Spencer Johnson as an out-and-out pacer, you play Harshit, you play Weber Varora, and you get a Sakaria if you want, and if need be, there's Russell as well.
Russell.
They've not even been using Russell, who
Harshit
can
Rana,
be.
Weber Varora, Andre Russell, Chetan Sakaria. Good 4 options, yeah. And then you have spinners.
And Ramandeep if need be,
If
on a
need
given
be,
occasion. I'm not asking him to bowl full quota
Go
of
4
4
spinners,
overs.
na. Mayank Markande play Mayank Markande.
No, 3 is, come on, बच्चों की जान ले 3, imagine Moeen, Narine, Varun Chakravarthy, come on.
Good 10 to 11 overs of spin.
12, na.
In case you
But
know
they
one
would have
doesn't
done
bowl.
that had they got the pitch they want in their home ground, at least for half the game. No, not being given. You should read the curator's quote. He said no. He even said this, that I'm not going to change the nature of Eden Gardens because a franchise wants me to. And secondly, if they have such good spinners, how is it that RCB spinners bowl better than their spinners? He's even said that. So I don't think they're getting the pitch. They're getting the pitch. The pitch that they want.
There are a couple of comments and a related question to Rajasthan's team selection.
Show us, please.
The comments are, has Dravid messed up on the...
Saraj, please show us so I can read it. Your audio does not go there. Do you understand? So all our viewers will need to hear the question, no? And they can only hear the question once we read it on the mic. Okay, now please tell me which ones. By the way, we also want to address Rajasthan Royals batting. Okay, till Mohit has a point. He feels that the Rajasthan Royals messed up their retentions and auction table. I don't think anyone will disagree with that point. I think this is the point that we made even before this season started, that Rajasthan have not assembled a team that they ideally should have. I mean, to let go of Joss Butler, I've said it before. No matter what form, whatever, you couldn't have let go of someone like a Joss Butler. And I know UZCL did not have the best game in that sense, but that whole setup that they had with Ashwin, UZ, Butler, they reached the playoff twice in the last 3 years.
Trent Bolt.
That's what. So I agree that you couldn't have retained everyone, but even in the way they were picking their team, I just think they messed up.
Yeah.
Got to agree with that.
I think the Indian pace bowling options also aren't inspiring any confidence.
Yeah.
Tushar Deshpande and all.
Yeah. We had another comment there by Priyanshu. He's saying that Shashwat, to play your favorite 13-year-old, has this time come?
No, I think it will eventually come.
Is it come now?
No, not now. I think, but he will play.
How many games till you lose?
I think it's going to be after 10 or 11 games maybe.
Eventually he will play. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, because they will be knocked out very soon. So they will.
It's just 2 games.
So they've lost already too. I know. You know what? Lots of people. I've been listening to this since now 3-4 days since the IPL has started. Just one game, just one game, just one game. But I am telling you, being a Delhi fan myself, that this 1-1 game. See again, IPL is very fast paced. Every day there's a game you won't even come to know by the time you've played 5 games. And this 1-1 game is really going to haunt you when you reach the playoffs. Last time I remember Delhi missed by just 1 point, and how many 1-1 matches
he feels the pain.
And not just that, Rishabh Pant missed that one run out of Ashutosh, missed the stumping. If they don't make the playoffs by 2 points, it's all going to come down to that one run out and that one. And it's so quick, everything is happening so quickly. Every day there's a game you won't even come to know. It's just like T20 cricket. It's that fast paced and the intensity is so high that you won't even come to know. So each and every game is equally important. So if you're getting 2 points, just grab them with both hands. That's the only way. But yeah, I think he'll play. Vaibhav Suryavanshi will be playing at some point in the season.
Mohit, like he points out, you just don't release a Butler and retain a Hetmeyer. I mean, that's an interesting point, but can I add something to it? You've retained a Hetmeyer, and I think he's a decent player. But see, that's where the areas that Rajasthan really messed up. You've retained a player, you can't be batting him at number 8, so whatever said and done. You know what happens is, I know you've lost few quick wickets, but what happens with a player like a Hetmeyer? I'm not comparing him to Quinton de Kock, but what I'm saying is that he's also an international player. He's won matches for his team. A Hasaranga can be a decent bat on occasions, but he is not going to come at number 4 and help you win a match. Who knows, on a given day you've had a bad start and a Hetmeyer gets you an 80 like a Quinton de Kock did, which is capable of getting. Usually Hetmeyer always gets the last 20-30 balls and he's on occasions hit big runs with that. But he, on a given occasion, maybe he gets to face 50 deliveries. Who knows, he gets you that 80 and then that puts you that 170 we were talking about, which could have been a match winning total. You maximize your chances when you're sending a more experienced player higher up the order. That's what you do. That's why you pay them the big bucks. That's why you retain. And again, he's a retention. That means you believe in his ability. It's not even I can even understand that you're chasing and you're in a chasing position, chasing 230 and you have to go all out attacking. So you've sent a Hasaranga to say, listen, you have to go bang, bang, bang. Just increase the net run rate and we'll get Hetmeyer to do it later because he can. This is not that. You're setting a total by which the number of balls that Hetmeyer faces and more number of balls he faces, he can take you to a better total than Hasaranga can. So a lot of calls that Rajasthan also took in terms of their batting order are quite questionable.
I think I do sort of understand the reason of going with Hetmeyer ahead of a Jos Buttler as far as retentions is concerned. And I think even we had this discussion while we were doing that retention videos, that the commodity which Hetmeyer gets to the table is very rare. A lower middle order batter who can finish games for you is rare. Whereas an opening batter are much more widely available in the auction. So I think that was the mindset over there.
But you cannot find a Jos Buttler like batter every single time.
Again, you can't.
That's a point.
But still, again, there are players like Jos Buttler. You could have had a Quinton de Kock. You could have. There was
so if there was a choice between Quinton de Kock and let's say Hetmeyer, and you went with Hetmeyer, I would understand because rare ability. A Jos Buttler. While there could be a lot of top order batter, but he's one of.
There were many in the auction, sir.
But 1 second, if I had to ask you to pick 5 T20 batters in the world, top 5 T20 batters in the world, there's no way that Jos Buttler doesn't.
He makes my list.
100% he does. So you're talking about an exceptional level batter. Yeah, if you are, this is where if the fight, like there is a Josh English and you're looking at that, or there's a Livingston, there are many batters like that who are good. But then you say, I have too many options. I can go with this, I can go with that. But someone like, like Gale used to be at his peak, Buttler at his peak, they can't be compared together. Many overseas openers, so I won't go for Gale. I think a Buttler, or a David Warner. I mean, these are players that you want to keep. That's their level. And fine, you went with Hetmeyer. I don't think there was any problem. He also brings a rare talent. But then, if you believe in his talent, today was an occasion. No, wickets have fallen. Push him up, yaar. You never know.
He could have come at number 4.
And he, on an occasion, gives you 60, 70. Your highest score today is 29 by Yashasvi Jaiswal. One guy gets you a 60, you are sitting at 170. That's never going to be Hasaranga. So, and by the way, I don't know, Rajasthan does these experimental things and they goof up. They goof up quite a lot. Okay, a word on Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sanju Samson, 2 Indian players in contention to be Indian T20 stars of the future.
I think a rare failure for Sanju Samson. He did
Sanju did well in the opening game, so I don't think.
Jaiswal, I think we talked in the mid innings also. He's looked a little rusty, maybe for the first time in 2 years. But I think he'll probably come good.
He knows why it's happening.
Yeah, I do know.
So that's why.
No.
But you have to tell our viewers.
Yeah, I think I said this in the mid innings as well, and I'll repeat it again. But the whole point is
different people at that time.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll repeat it again. But I think he's over trying stuff. I think he's just trying to break the ball into.
Why does he need to over try? He's already an established star.
He wants to own this season. No. Again, what makes Yashasvi Jaiswal what he is today? He doesn't want to settle for what he already has. He's up there for much bigger and better things. He's in the race of becoming the prince now. It's not just about, being in the Indian team or established player. He wants to be the prince. Then
who all are in the race to be prince?
Yashasvi and Shubman.
So, that competition is the one.
Yeah, that's definitely. But there are other reasons why that won't happen and Gill will remain.
No, I'm not getting to that. But so this is the reason that he wants to be the prince.
It's not about that. I think it's not even about competing with someone else. At times you're competing with yourself. At times you know that you want to, own this IPL. That's exactly what Yashasvi Jaiswal is trying to do. I think it's just he's over trying it, and that's not going to help him, because he should realize that without trying too much, he already has that much potential that he can own this IPL just by keeping the things that he continues to do in international cricket and in prior seasons as well. So I think just a very small mental adjustment, and I think he will do that very, very soon, and he'll be back. So I'm not concerned about him at all. And it's very clear that he's over trying, because he's trying to hit the ball very hard. In the last game, first game of the IPL, they were chasing 240 odd runs when in their first game. There also first ball he tried to break the ball into 2 bars. You're not going to get 12 runs, and he knows that. So he'll be fine. I know.
Okay.
Now that Rajasthan have lost 2 out of the 2, and we are discussing all the frailties and issues. Of course, Yashasvi and Sanju won't have those issues. Sanju anyway should be back as captain. I think they desperately need him, but there's still one more game to go. After that, he will be. But what do they do with their batting order? Nitish Rana, does he find a place in the 11 going forward?
But who comes in place for him?
That's the point. I don't think they have a good option.
No,
can we scroll down?
Why not? I gave you a solution. I'm going to remove a Nitish Rana from there, and I'm going to get a Dhruv Jurel to bat higher up in the batting order. At least that's what I'll try to look at. Today, Shubham Dubey probably wouldn't have even played. So he's only come in because they had a collapse. So I'm going to put Jurel up. Shubham Dubey stays, comes into the 11. He was an impact. And there's Akash Madwal who then goes as an impact. As an impact player.
Yeah, impact player. Okay.
That's how you can really manage to do.
And maybe, have Shimran Hetmeyer at 5.
Correct.
But they don't have too many batting options. They just have Kunal Singh Rathore.
But I've just given you the batting.
And Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
I am giving go up. I've given you the batting order. Please can we show the batting order, Saraj? I'm giving you the batting order as it is right now. You start with a Yashasvi Sanju Samson. Riyan Parag is, let's say, 3. Number 4 is Dhruv Jurel. Okay? Number 5 is a Shimran Hetmeyer. Number 6 is a Shubham Dubey. Right? Now this is the 11. Okay? Then you get your Hasaranga at 7. You get
Jofra Archer
8.
Mahesh Theekshana 9, Tushar Deshpande 10, Sandeep Sharma 11, Akash Madwal as your impact player.
Batting is too less.
But knowing Rahul Dravid and maybe the support staff that he has, I think they are going to persist with Nitish Rana for the next few games. Maybe if he does not score in the next 2 or 3 more games, then he might just get left out.
But
at least they'll go with him at least for the next 2-3 games. Because Dravid is known to...
You say that.
No, I'm saying could be.
There are enough franchises who...
Punjab Kings, if they don't do well this time.
Punjab Kings, you are thinking. Now there's Shreyas Iyer over there.
It's just one game.
Again, I told you, 1-1 game, what happens later on. 1-1 game really is very...
No, and there are always some taker or the other. Somebody will pick you
Prithvi Shaw didn't get a taker.
for different reasons.
But the franchises would know, na, the reason as to why they should not pick him. I'm sure they would know.
No less, I'm telling you, na. He's no.
Who?
You can't be.
No, I'm saying no less as in I'm saying that time is running. He's running out of time.
Yeah, but the example of Prithvi Shaw is different, no?
But Prithvi
You can't
Shaw,
equate him with Nitish
no,
Rana.
Yeah.
not the same kind. Reasons aren't the same. But with Prithvi Shaw, again, if a franchise can still have him.
Apples and oranges.
No, what is the issue with? Just that you didn't like his celebration
No,
of
why would I
Nitish
have a
Rana.
problem? Yash
That
Dhul is
celebration, Yash Dhul is removing dust
No,
from
but
his,
time is-
removing dhool from his bat.
No, the whole point is that time is genuinely running out.
I also don't know if he really meant that. I still have my doubt. I've seen
No,
the
but,
celebration.
that Yash guy, he made a reel, na?
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of it.
after
So
that.
maybe he meant that.
Yeah, he meant that.
Yash Dhul made a reel.
Yeah, after that.
So, so Nitish Rana
I'll
gets
tell you the whole story
100.
again.
100. No, 1
The
second.
background.
No, 1 second. And Nitish Rana gets 100 in domestic cricket, and he does that removing the dust from his bat where he's batting for UP. है ना? He's left his home state Delhi, batting from UP. He's cleaning. कि धूल हटा दी. In a way, hinting at Yash Dhul. Okay, got that. Now, what does Yash Dhul do?
Yash comes the next season. At that time, he was with the Delhi Capitals. He comes and he makes a reel where there's dust on his bat, and he blows that dust off.
So,
So he was just doing what Nitish Rana
Achha.
did, mocking him.
And when did that clash happen in IPL game?
That was Ritik Shokeen and Nitish
no,
Rana.
that's
na?
Ritik Shokeen and Nitish Rana. Acha, so that's why you're saying that many people are having a
Yeah,
run-in with him.
he had a lot of problems inside the Delhi dressing room.
With Ritik Shokeen.
Many players. No,
Acha.
I don't. Only maybe people from his batch. I don't know them because I don't. Very senior to me. I don't know with my batch only. There I know the problems.
What problem? So, what was the background to him doing dhool?
The whole problem was that he was captaining the Delhi team.
Huh.
Him and Dhruv Shore were really close. Dhruv Shore went with Vidarbha, and then Nitish Rana was playing for Delhi, he was captaining. Yash Dhul won the Under-19 World Cup. He came, he was straight away given the captaincy of the Delhi team. So it didn't go down too well with Nitish Rana. That's how can he order me? That's how Delhi cricket works. You know.
No, Delhi cricket is a mess, I have to say.
Yeah.
An absolute mess.
And nobody's asking the
it's
president over
been-
there. He's
it's
giving
been-
interviews. Nobody's asking him also. What is happening?
It has been 23 years since I 23 years since I first went there as a reporter. Until today, things remain the same.
Yeah, people remain the same. When
I'm talking about the whole politics and
that's
how-
because the people are the same, na. In fact, when I was playing, the people who were there at lower post now are at even stronger positions. When I went for that Ranji game, na, I met a few people. I was surprised that they are holding this position over here. When I came to know that they are holding those positions.
No, even I think I had a very bad experience with them, during the 2017-2018 Ranji final, Delhi versus Vidarbha. So, but it was Indore, Holkar Stadium. I was there, so I think
Rishabh Pant's season.
Yeah. Rishabh Pant was the captain. Gambhir was also playing that final. So I think they were led by, coached by KP Bhaskar at that time. So they promised that, no, we'll do a press conference and all. But as we finished interviewing all the relevant Vidarbha players and their press conference, Delhi team just went.
that was that fiery season when that issue happened.
Yeah.
And
Or
Rishabh
even
Pant
with-
scored 1,000 runs that season.
Yeah.
Even with Bhaskar Pillai, there was a
KP Bhaskar.
Yeah.
That was also. But that was when I was then
No, that was also not too long back.
No, that was
when
17.
Gigi and he
17.
had an issue.
They had Gigi wasn't present at any practice. Like I was there for the whole duration of the game. So
I know.
even before that
came in the
also.
newspaper.
I
Yeah.
had my fair share of bad experience with the Cricket Association.
Ha. Okay, can we get some?
But
comments?
that's when I did a special story on Navdeep Saini.
He wanted to play him, na? Gigi.
But good call. Yeah.
Gigi is a big fan of him actually.
Yeah, but that's okay.
And Harshit Rana also is a very big fan of Harshit Rana.
Okay, Dhahi Bala says, according to Shashwat, QD inning was tuk-tuk. Anything? Because you said, in this thing, Anything under 180 is not even going to be counted. It just is going to be out. Now, what will you say today?
I'll tell you it.
And I praised that 160 strike rate, saying it was
No,
salute
definitely.
worthy.
But this one, we all know that this 160 strike rate is equivalent to 180 strike rate on normal conditions. So yeah, my point.
But I must say, on a different note, that so happy to see after those bang, 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 bang cricket that we are having for so long. Finally, nice to see a pitch where there was at least a even contest between bat and ball. Good batters got runs, good bowlers got wickets, and were good economy. Everything balanced out. I wish to see more such games. Yeah.
No one got serial is saying we value QDK less. 1-2 IPL scored above 500 both times. Mumbai Indians.
Yeah. No, he makes a good point. He's saying maybe QDK does not get the kind of recognition that he deserves in the IPL as he's done. You know, the reason for that is, I'll tell you, is also his inconsistency. It is, you know, someday he'll fire and look like the best thing that's ever happened to cricket, and then on some days he'll remain an enigma. You don't understand what is he up to. So
that was very much visible during the 2023 ODI World Cup in India. 100 or a duck. The first few matches.
Yeah. And that's primarily because I've told this earlier as well. I've spoken to his teammates. He treats cricket as a pastime, not even as a pastime. He just treats it like, okay, karna hai, so let's go and play. But he's so talented. And that's what, you know, this cricketer I was talking to, he said, imagine he's so good when he has no interest in the sport. Imagine if he was interested in the sport and was dedicated and would like really practice and was, imagine the kind of batter he could be.
Definitely if that would have been the case, one of the leading run scorers in both Test and ODI cricket.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
But there are many players like that.
No. Nobody I've ever heard. Like, they're not even, like, his thing is, he's not even keen to practice. Like, if it is really compulsory, he will reach there. I can't think of anyone who goes through a bad phase, good phase, that does not. Even the players who are like not that passionate about cricket but are playing or don't read too much, but they still practice, they will come, talk about the game. He's not interested in talking. Like, so once the game is finished, if you want to chat to him, but he's not interested. Say, what has happened is happened. I don't care who got bowling, who got out. Finish. Shut shop. It's like, you know, that it's like an employee who's forced to go to work, and work in a shop. He just does his work. As soon as the time is done, runs away.
Next level detachment.
Fishing. Oh, he loves fishing. It's like any free day, he used to skip practice because and this to like where he was fishing. Phone is not reachable. He loves fishing more than playing cricket. So, I love mutton biryani. His name at this time of the night is a wrong thing to call out.
I know it's early, but RR and LSG to finish 9th and 10th. I think if he means respectively here, obviously. I don't know about RR, but definitely LSG are the...
Oh, they're playing tomorrow?
Yes.
But they've got a good
they are playing in Hyderabad.
They'll win games.
And we know what happened the last time. The two
Now
teams.
their bowling has kind of been sorted. Avesh comes in.
But he is not
and Shardul also
expected to start tomorrow. He's joined the squad, but
Mayank Yadav will next season.
100% confirm.
Almost.
No, don't
Seems
almost.
like
I want 100%.
He's not going to
Not
be there
100%.
until the first half of April. That's for sure.
No. 2 weeks more.
2 weeks to toe injury now. Oh,
So
yeah.
then that's not IPL done. IPL will go on till
But
May.
they should be relevant till then, LSG.
That is okay.
That is also That's the bigger problem.
Ashish Dar wants to know, is Virat Kohli the best test captain till date?
Indian, yes. I would say.
Yeah.
Indian, yes, definitely.
No, but yeah. If you look at results, yes. Yes. Yeah.
No one got serial. QDK is equal to Gareth Bale of cricket. Football.
Interesting comparison, considering Bale also had that talent, but very inconsistent. So I think he's gone.
He used to play for Real Madrid.
Yes, he was
And Bale's player.
No, he was a Tottenham Hotspur guy, and then from there came to Real Madrid. Yes.
Okay. I hate
Dahiwala is here again.
Yeah, another comment.
By the way, can I tell you today I had Dahiwala.
Oh, nice.
Even you had today. So I don't like this name. I hate Dahiwala. I love Dahiwala.
Okay. Last 5 years, Rohit averages 23, strike rate 135. Narain 29 average, strike rate 194 in IPL. Is Narine not selfless, or as selfless players are not allowed good average and strike rate? Narine is a selfless batter.
Yes.
And Gambhir had clearly mentioned that in case of Narine, that the best way to make sure that you want to extract the best out of Narine the batter is to not talk to him about any plans.
Yeah. Just keep it uncluttered, na? Just let him concentrate. Yeah, just let him be. Just let him be. I agree.
Saransh?
He definitely will come back as soon as he's fit. Even though Moeen Ali had a good game with the ball.
He missed his first game for KKR since 2021.
Yeah.
Narine.
Yeah. Okay. Priyanshu says, now I understand why Eden didn't host test matches, because curator won't do pitch doctoring. Okay. Nikhil sir, will Rajasthan be banned again for child labour if they play web? No. It's legal to play him. It's a sport. He's allowed to play. Shubham Garg is saying, if Weber is 13, then Nick sir is enjoying his 30s. I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or...
Look at 13. I don't know, but it does look like a baby. Just
He's
look
not
at-
13, he should be 16, 17.
I don't know.
Okay, fine. At least that's what I think. Okay. Siddharth says, big presence in the dressing room, really helpful in IPL. For us, KP was great addition with certain Badani. But Dravid and Sangha, two legends, may cause instability like Dada and Punter for us. What do you, since he's comparing it to Delhi?
Delhi fan, nice to see.
What do you have to say about his?
It's
I think you're reading too much into all of this. It does. See, sometimes you've had too many legends also in one. Mumbai Indians used to have so many stars in their dressing room, and they won titles also. So sometimes, they can gel well. Sometimes there are no legends at all. Unknown sort of a dressing room, and they can win as well. So
I think that tuning of everybody should be
correct. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm a fan of the fact that the head coach should be allowed to get his support staff.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Correct.
Completely.
That's why
agree.
I'm fine with if that's happening in the Indian team as well and in IPL too.
Yeah. Ashidhar says, Nikhil, soccer analysis reminds me of Neva. By the way, Ashidhar, I worked a lot with the late Novi Kapadia. A lot. I don't know. I can't remember how many shows I did with him on football. Absolute legend. And by the way, I've not only worked with him in football, he was an outstanding reader of all sports, including cricket, and more so about athletics. His memory was amazing, would remember every race, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, Olympics. Absolutely legendary journalist that we have. He's no more, but fantastic. He was like a computer with his memory and knowledge about the sport. You must read his book. If you like football, you must read his book. I think it's Barefoot to Boots, if I'm not mistaken. That's the book. It's almost like a history of Indian football. It has so many amazing stories. And if you're from Delhi, you must read it, because it actually talks about a part of Delhi and how the football culture in Delhi existed, and old Delhi and different parts of Delhi, and how. So beautifully written. Some amazing anecdotes.
Frickin' Awesome has a comment that LSG should open with Matthew Britsky instead of Markram in the game against SRH. Shardul shouldn't bowl the first over tomorrow. It's not Vizag. I think the first thing that LSG should do is to win the toss and bat first. Or else 300 is happening.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
No one got serial says, why not reduce power play by 2 overs to make it for impact, to compensate for the. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Too many runs are being scored. You have to bring the balance back.
But 2 overs power play is too less. 3-4 is fine. Or do it 3 plus 3. That would be also be very interesting.
Okay. Sarat Chandra has a comment that Scaloni, the best coach this century, results, trophies, no poor talk, Nick.
No, yeah, very tough. After a century, there's There's Bisla, who's outstanding in terms of his coaching brain. I think Pep Guardiola, in whatever time, I know he's contemporary, but what he's achieved is phenomenal in terms of what he's done. I think the Mourinho, no chance, not even in top 10. Yeah, he's only talk and
no results.
Yeah, not. I mean, he got sacked from Manchester United. He got sacked from Real Madrid. No bias, but it's just a fact. So I like listening to him. But the current Madrid coach, the Italian, and how can I forget his name? Sorry, I'm just in
IPL mode.
In the IPL mode, and suddenly Carlo Ancelotti, yes. Ancelotti also, I think, outstanding coach, very underrated, one of the greats. He's done it over and over again. Yeah, even actually Zidane in his limited time, though he's left it suddenly, in his limited time has got fantastic results if you're just looking at results. Yeah.
And she was asking, where is Harshit Bhai and Ricky Bhui?
Harshit is going to be back maybe in a day or two.
Okay, quick comments before we wind up. Freaking Awesome says, please do a dugout after the IPL to analyze who can be picked for the national side based on recent performances. We did one dugout today on the wicketkeeper batter thing, so do check that out as well. Kuldeep Sharon is saying RR overpaid for all their retentions barring Jaiswal and are now paying the price. The rest of the squad is pretty average. Good point. Yeah. He makes. We discussed that earlier as well. And we've got the new Trafford has a good point. What do you make of it? Delhi Ranji equals to Pakistan in international cricket. Chaos wise.
So Delhi at least win something. Pakistan
Delhi
can't win anything at all.
What does Delhi won?
Nothing.
What is Delhi
at least a few matches.
No, yeah.
After 17, they last year lost to Puducherry.
Exactly. Yeah. Pakistan made the final of the T20 World Cup and 2-3 years ago. Nahin yaar, in fact, they win more.
Delhi hasn't
and this time around, the lot of talk was about chili paneer only.
Exactly. Okay. Varun Parvataneni says Adam Markram and Marco Jansen playing against their old team tomorrow will be interesting to watch. That's correct. Sarat Chandra, RR have a big problem last time too. They were down to only 5 bowlers and managed but failed. Same was done this year. All teams bat till 9 and have 7-8 bowlers, so they're going to struggle. No, Sarat Chandra, I don't think it's so much down to just bowler batter because that formula worked for them. They made the playoff twice in the last 3 years. I think it's just the quality that they don't have this time. Shubham Gar says, sir, what do you enjoy more? Analysis used to do earlier or current live interaction with viewers? Do you wish viewer interaction was present before? Oh, that's very interesting. Actually, I enjoyed this more. The earlier I did was mostly on television and there was no interaction. Or even when I did digital for ESPN and Sony and so on and so forth, there also there was no interaction. So we had experts and we would talk. This is more fun. I like this. So, yeah. Last comment. What is Siddharth saying? Nikhil sir, I was born year when Brazil won last World Cup. Never seen them dominating. I have real desire to see Ancelotti manage Brazil. That'll be amazing and bring glory. This Brazil team now is like regrouping. I like Rafinha because I'm a Barcelona fan. He's doing really well. I agree. Brazil, I've been to Brazil and I've seen the passion that people have for football. And I agree. It's Brazil being good in football just keeps football alive. And oftentimes they say that India is the Brazilian cricket because maximum amount of love for the sport in a country, it has to be. They live and breathe football. So 2002 he was born because that's the last time Brazil won. Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, was the star. Now before Shashwat here falls asleep because of all the football talk, we're going to wind up. Anything you want to say? I know anything. You can talk about food or cricket, life in
Rajasthan
general.
Royals are not finishing 9th. That's for sure. That I think one of the comments. LSG, I'm sure that they might finish 10th.
Who's finishing 9th?
I don't know, but LSG are finishing 10th. That's the prediction that even I made earlier before the beginning of the tournament.
Fight between RR and LSG for 9th and 10th. Because of that 13-year-old also you'll see playing the IPL.
I was going to say something, but then I'll get a lot of flack for it.
See.
RCB also could be in the mix. Despite the fact that they won. Again, I'm just going by the team selection. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
True.
And they can qualify for the IPL also. Don't know. I'll get trolled for it.
No, it's
Listen,
fine.
I'm no fan of any team. Doesn't matter.
But you should
Yeah,
have
that's why
one
I said
team.
it.
You should have
No,
one
I don't
team.
have any team. I don't
Why?
feel for any
Same.
team.
No team.
Don't feel for it.
Gulati said you like CSK.
I like the CSK template. That's what I have mentioned a lot.
But I think every person, one day we'll do a dugout where everyone should explain why are they supporting this specific team that they are.
Okay.
But here nobody has a specific team in our team.
No.
It's me, Harshit bhai.
Vishy? CSK?
We are only
She's a-
Saransh has
Saransh
KKR.
has
So how many
KKR,
of us are there
me,
only?
Saransh.
By Shivam has
Shivam,
left. So
yeah.
कितने बच्चे
Half
कितने?
has half.
More than half. He is also he's not a fan, but he's at least has some liking towards the team. No? Siddharth may say anything, but he can do whatever, but he's yellow inside. You know that. He danced and celebrated, and now he's telling people that he was asked to do it. No one person ever told him to do it.
I've seen that video lots of times. Somebody did
Exactly.
Yellow blood in his veins.
Yellow. So there's everyone.
Okay.
There used to be Shane, who was a big KKR fan earlier.
Yeah.
So there used to be. Everyone was a fan. Okay. Shall we? On that note, thank you for your love and support. We enjoy your company. I hope you're enjoying our company too. See you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the live dugout. Take care. Look after yourself. Sleep tight. Enjoy the IPL. Good night. Bye-bye. Shubhratri. Nandri. Shabba khair.
Eat your vegetables and don't trouble them. Bye. Good night.
Why do you just whisper like this?